Slow down, hold on, take a breath. If I could, I'd make me feel less. Something in my brain causes stress. So come on, make me feel different. You wanna hold, don't hold back. Oh, your little drama's got me mad. And I don't need to tell you facts. You know I always want you back, girl. I could give you a big bad surprise. Let you take your time. Sure you wanna die.
Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome if you're new. If you're new, we are just plain people over here trying to survive the day-to-day messes and the busyness of life, and I throw a little bit of everything out there. We do some makeovers, we go paint people's houses, we go try to help them fix them up, we clean, we live life, we have fun, we make messes, and a lot of them, but we are just trying to survive, and I will say we are doing a pretty good job. We are survivors. So I'm so happy today to be collabing with Mandy FLORES. I will link her channel and her video down below, but I feel like out of all of the YouTube people that I have conversations with, that Mandy is probably like my YouTube bestie. I mean, in the beginning, Emily Jackson from Crazy Cleaning Mama, I'm sure y'all know who she is, and a lot of you are probably from her channel, from where I collabed with her in the beginning. She helped me get started and she showed me so much, and I appreciate that. But since then, I have talked to several different people on YouTube, and they've given me advice, and they're all so super friendly. But Mandy is the one that I just clicked with. I feel like we're in the same season of life. She just had her first grandbaby and she is so adorable. It makes me so jealous because I want to hold her. I want to hold my own. I cannot wait. But I just feel like we're in the same season of life. I feel like we can relate to one another a lot with our YouTube channels and just day-to-day things. And she was one that I had asked her a question and she was like, "Girl, just FaceTime me. Here's my number." And I was like, okay. Since then, we've just talked every few days, and I love her so much. But she asked me if I wanted to collab with her on a kitchen, deep clean, declutter, and I was like, oh, yeah, of course I want to collab with you, but that's probably not the area I would have chosen because it's the worst in my house. So when she asked me if I wanted to do that, I thought, it's just time. It's needed. It's way past due, and it's time. I'm bad to hide my junk. I will throw things that are on the counter into a junk drawer, or if it's too big for a junk drawer, I'll throw it in a junk cabinet. And I just needed to get those cleaned out. I also needed to paint these baseboards. When I painted our cabinets, I didn't paint this bottom piece, and I don't know why, but it bugged me. So I painted these baseboards, and when Heather came in, I was like, "I did something. Do you notice?" And she was like, "No," and she could not figure it out. I was like, "I painted the baseboards," and she was like, "Oh, I didn't even notice that they weren't painted." But I noticed, and it bugged me, so I was going to get that done. But I hope this gives you some motivation to get up and get your junk cabinets, your junk drawers, your floors deep cleaned, paint something, whatever you need to do. I hope it gives you the motivation to do it, because I was super overwhelmed. When I think about decluttering, it makes me super anxious. It's just not my thing, and I'm bad to clutter, but I'm just not crazy about decluttering. So it needed to be done, and I was super thankful that Mandy thought of me when she wanted to do a collab. But I will link her channel and her video down below. She also has a vlog channel. She has a podcast. I mean, the girl kills it. I don't know how she has so much time to do all this stuff and works a full-time job, but she's amazing. She is by far my #1 favorite here on YouTube, so go check her out.
Tonight, yeah. You close to me, feeling good. I believe I gotta have you in my life. You got that good vibe. I want to spend some time back with you. Oh, I got this good on times. You want to spend some time back with me. Oh, and time to time I am wondering, who is she to me? gonna tell you right now, 'cause she's the one I'm thinking of. Hey, the only one I'm thinking of. Hey, she's everything I'm dreaming of. Hey, the one that I can live without.
What's up, Flash? She's like me, you know what I mean? Only one Flash in this house. Thank God. Say hi, Flashy. Say hello, peeps. Say hello, people. Yes. Oh. Okay. What are you wanting? We wanting. Are you wanting a bone? Yes, ma'am, honey. I don't think anything help you.
Hey, she's everything I'm dreaming of. Hey, the one that I can live without. She's the one I'm thinking of. Hey, the only one I'm thinking of. Hey, she's everything I'm dreaming of. Hey, the one that I can live without. Can live without. Time after time after time, I'm wondering who is she to me. I'm gonna tell you right now, 'cause
So I started filming this on Thursday afternoon, and I was just cutting all the nasty stuff out of the chicken because we were going to have some chicken tenders, and I soak those in Italian, and when they're almost done, I drizzle honey over those. It crisps them up and gives them the best flavor. If you've ever eaten at Cracker Barrel and you've had their grilled chicken tenders, that is what they do. But this dishwasher has had water in the bottom of it. I don't know how many times we emptied this dishwasher, and our dishes aren't even clean. And in the bottom, it holds water. So it wasn't draining right. We didn't know if it was stopped up or if it was just something wrong with the dishwasher. But I did take it apart, and oh my word, I don't think we've ever done it. Don't know if it's ever been done. So I took it apart and cleaned all that well. But you'll see in a few minutes, we just have some issues with this dishwasher. And I was like, please God, today is not the day. I've got to declutter a million cabinets. I've got to get this collab done. Please let this dishwasher work. And it was a whole ordeal. So I finished this video up the next day on Friday, and when I was done, I had almost 7 hours of footage. And I didn't even get all of my cabinets decluttered. The cabinets next to the dishwasher on this side, I didn't even get to declutter these. So be looking for that, because I still need to continue on with this kitchen. But I got so much done. And you'll see that in this house, it is always chaos. There's always kids in and out, all in and out. Heather, we're running errands, grocery store, school. I mean, it's just a lot of chaos. And I feel like I can clean. And by the time I get one thing cleaned and move to another, when that's done, what I cleaned before is already dirtied back up. So sometimes I'm just overwhelmed and I feel like, why should I even do it? And then on top of that, we have a million animals in this house. So we have to stay on top of it or it's going to be out of control.
Let's call your exes and tell them they can join us too. Why always put it on Monday when you can get rich for trying to see the upside? We don't need someone to feel alright. Let's do the streets on Monday. Let's call your exes and tell them they can join us too. Why always put it on Monday?
Why wouldn't it go in the hole?
You gotta push it down in there. You're going the wrong way of the drain, evidently.
No, the drain goes this way, but that's boiling hot water. Give me that little cup and I'll get it out. You want to take us apart, or I'm going to go to Lowe's and get a new one?
This works have a snake.
I don't like snakes. I think it's grease. Bubbled again. I think it's breaking down the grease. It's bubbling again. I think it's going to do it. Bubble again. That's 4 times. I only did it once first time. So like a plunger to it.
You gotta have a snake.
I really want to take it apart.
No, don't.
Hey, so hand me that Dawn Itsy greaser. I'll squirt it down in there. I want to make sure they can see me just in case something goes haywire.
You're supposed to turn your electricity off to the dishwasher too.
Huh? What if I get electricity?
Well, then don't. Got it? Says it should only take 10 seconds.
Well, that was a letdown. Well, that's a huge letdown right there.
Need a snake.
Lord have mercy.
If you've done this and still can't fix it, then it's time to send in the professionals.
I'm the professional.
Ever so often, it pays to clean your dishwasher.
It pays? How much does it pay?
It don't say anything about taking it apart. It says use a snake.
There has to be a hole in it. If it's going down in it a little bit. Look this kind of dishwasher up. It's a Medea.
That right there is not going to go down in it. You're going to have a snake.
Didn't go get it. My dad has one. Kennedy. Call Mom and ask Dad if he has a snake.
Oh, she is.
Oh, golly day, it's stopped up. Is it supposed to go blow bubbles out it?
Well, you would think it was.
Okay, will you look?
I'm looking.
If one of these houses gets a little too intense, I think we're going to need an exit strategy.
Oh, yes.
So like we're going to need a word that both of us know that means it's time to leave. So what do you think our safe word should be?
Such a good idea. Mistletoe.
Mistletoe. Flashy as your bone. Nothing's coming out.
Try it the other way. Blow on that part and see if anything comes out on this end. Stick your head in there and blow on that.
Why don't you do that?
I would if I get down there.
Nah, we're just gonna take that blame thing back. I'm just gonna go get a new one. It's a Medea. It says warning electric shock.
Well, that's where the power's hooked up. No, I wouldn't take it off.
Okay.
Let's just wait. Get snake, some Drano. If that don't do it, then I don't know.
Can we suck on it?
You're like siphoning the. Wait a minute.
I sucked on it. Can you suck on it again?
When you did that, I seen the water level move. Yeah, it's moving. You're fixing to get a mouthful of water.
Started out just like a lovely story. You were mine and we were really happy. Came around when I was pretty lonely. Glad you found someone that I could be with. Never ever really crossed my mind that you were just hanging around. Never ever really crossed my mind that this would end up upside down. You and me cheated for a long time. You had me fooled and there were no signs. And you stole my time and I lived my life with you. Should have known that you'd never make it through. Stole my time and I lived my life with you. Should have known that you'd lose. It was all a robbery. It was all a robbery. It was all a robbery. Robbery.
So this is the next day, and all of these dishes had piled up from supper the night before because Alden was working on that dishwasher, and he ran like 2 cycles through after he got done to make sure it was draining and all that for us. And thankfully it is fixed, and I did go get some cleaner, so hopefully that'll take care of it. We're bad not to pre-wash or pre-treat our dishes before we put them in there, and I think that's some of it. I think a lot of food had went down in there, and some grease probably too, so I need to be more mindful when we load the dishwasher of what's going in there. But I had a huge mess to take care of from the night before, and after I filled the dishwasher up, I had a ton of dishes that I needed to wash by hand that just wouldn't fit. And I usually pile that dishwasher pretty full, so I knew that this was probably the limit, so I just went ahead and was going to wash the rest of them by hand. When you have a dishwasher and then you have to wash dishes by hand, you definitely appreciate it a little more. But after I started that dishwasher, I realized that I hadn't washed those parts, like the filter and things, and put that back in there. So I stopped the dishwasher, washed that, stuck that back in there, and done that. But this was on Friday, and Alden was off work on this day. So he asked me if I wanted to go to Lowe's with him. So we run to Lowe's and Rural King, and we stop and see Lexi at work, and then we go to Reagan's new apartment because Alden hadn't seen that. So in the beginning, I told him no because I needed to get this video done. I had so much to do. But then I thought I just wasn't feeling it, and I have to just be in the mood, or I have to be motivated. So I thought if I ran around with him for a little while, maybe it would just get me feeling better, my blood pumping, give me some adrenaline, some motivation. I don't know, whatever. Honestly, I thought maybe I'd get some new cleaner or something at Lowe's, and that might put me in a cleaning mood, but I didn't do that. But anyway, I ran around with him for a little while, and it was good for us. We haven't had just a day to ourselves like that in a long time. So it was really good for us, and just a chance to spend some time with our kids. We took Lexi lunch, and then we stopped and seen Reagan and all of that. But if you're a little confused on my living situation or how we're here, all that, I'll link a video down below that tells it all. But I opened this microwave. I was like, oh, should I just skip it and not show them? They'll never know. And that's the thing about creating content. You can hide what you don't want to show. So I could have never opened that microwave and you guys would have never known. But I was like, it needs to be done, so I'm just going to do it. So I sprayed that, let that sit for a while, and came back to it.
Take L's, I just learned a lesson. Before I count the M's, always count my blessings. Look, I'm too sure, never second guessing. Got some money, put up for the rain, so I'm never stressing.
Fast lane when I pass in the street, bag of money in the passenger seat. Simcoe's been asking for me on the road from the west to the east. Way up, I might never come down, cause the coast racking up the flight miles. So high, I might never come down, so what, this is my lifestyle. Fast lane when I pass in the street, bag of money in the passenger seat. Simcoe's been asking for me on the road from the west to the east. Way up, I might never come down, cause the coast racking up the flight miles. So high, I might never come down, so what, this is my lifestyle.
So I've been running around all day long. I went and got some stuff to clean the dishwasher with. And what else did I get? And the garbage disposal. Then I got 2 Christmas cards. So thank you, Tracy. And thank you, Annette. That was so sweet. So pretty. First 2 Christmas cards we've got all year long. So we appreciate that. I'm going to say hi. Then Papa got a little recliner. We've seen this at Rural King and they only had 1 left. So she got camo. They had cow print too, but you know, her daddy and her papaws are hunters and fishers, so that is adorable. So that's what I got for the garbage disposal. And then we got this for the dishwasher. So I'm fixing to run that, unload this, wash all that, clean all that, and I'm gonna go through my cabinets. And then we got some Glamorous Wash in high maintenance. You just add a cap full of this to your laundry and it smells so good. So good. And it is expensive. Like this was $19.50. But it's just a cap full each time. You just add it with your detergent. But it smells so good. So good. No, so good. So good.
You are a pill, I swallow it. Take me away to Neverland, where colors fade my disbelief and make me forget my memories. Rent a car you can't afford, put on a song that we both know, let your hair out in the wind.
Tracy just sent a gift card for Reagan's apartment. That was so sweet. Thank you so much. You all are too kind. You all are so sweet. I've had several of you ask to message me and ask me what Lexi needs for the baby. And I will say, don't ever feel obligated to send anything. But I know that it's fun to buy for babies and stuff like that. So if you ever wanted to, I don't mind. My P.O. box is in the description box, but don't ever feel obligated to. I promise, we're fine. But she does not need clothes, but all the necessities she still needs. So she's really good on clothes. Other than that, she is registered Amazon. I'll link that too. I don't think she has a whole bunch on that, but she's fine on blankets and clothes, but she does need all of the necessities. I know she's using Dr. Brown bottles and, you know, things like that. So just, you all don't have to, you know that, but if you want to, that's fine. I don't mind, really, I don't. It's sweet that you all would think of us and do that for us, but that's what friends do. I'm just never gonna be rude and say no, but I promise we're okay. We don't need anything, I promise. But you all are so sweet. Annette and Tracy, you guys are getting a card from me. I'm putting it in the mail tomorrow, so be looking for that. And if you ever seen anything, please put your return address on it, because I want to be able to get back to you guys too.
We're in this together, we both fall down. Doesn't matter if the sun goes up, cause we will still be high when the lights out.
So yesterday you guys seen that our dishwasher wasn't draining, and it's been doing that, and it's been flooding the floor a lot. So we thought maybe the drain was stopped up. It would drain, it's just not draining at the end and at the right times. I don't know what it is. Anyway, we cleaned it good, ran Drano through it too, and then I got some dishwasher cleaner today from Lowe's. Y'all just seen that. So I've got that running on high temp, and maybe that'll take care of it. I hate that dishwasher because you guys know I hate that tray that you pull out. I thought that was the coolest thing ever when we first moved in. I was like, oh, we had a tray instead of a basket. I hate it. I want a basket. But I'm sure I could probably just order one and it would fit in there maybe. But as tempting as it is just to go buy a new dishwasher, just Heather and I split it and buy a new dishwasher. We're trying to salvage it. Heather was like, no, go pick one out tomorrow. Go get it. I'll pay her half, I'll pay my half. And I was like, so I went to Lowe's. I didn't even look at the dishwashers. I was like, I'm gonna be practical and try to do all this, see if it works. Because last night we were in a cycle, it drained. After that cycle right there, it drained. So maybe it's gonna be taken care of, I don't know. But anyway, what do you want for Christmas, Amanda? A dishwasher basket, silverware basket.
I'm indecisive, I'm hard to read. I'm like a fake, it's so hard to lead. Got a few tricks up my sleeve. Oh, you're decisive, know what you want. We both know my heart can't be bought. Maybe we're in it for the end. Oh, I see that you see me, that you need me. Not to waste your time. I see that you see through. You're impatient, let the stars align. The way you've been staring at me wakes me up like the sun.
Alden is painting Blakely's workbench, the little red and black Craftsman workbench that was Kennedy's when she was little. I got that back from my brother because I'd given it to my nephew, and we're painting the red pink, so it's gonna be pink and black, but let's go see what he's got done. Maybe my next collab will be a laundry room declutter. Yeah, that's what I need to be doing. What's up?
Paper's awful.
Is it? It's cheap. I got the cheap kind. We were just gonna see what she was up to. Fix to make her a girl workbench. You gonna get her some tools?
Probably so.
And a garage declutter. Lord have mercy. How do we accumulate all this crap? I don't understand.
I don't wanna cut you off, but I know this is such a rush. The way you move is so free, put your body next to me. I don't wanna cut you off. This is such a rush.
Woo.
Like this game is so bittersweet. I feel alive, it's so hard to breathe. Will it be over if you got what you need? See now, la 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 la.
There is a rehab place in our town. I think it's called the Rehab Group. And every year they hide an elf somewhere in town. And they'll give you clues and everybody tries to find it. And a bunch of people look for this elf. I mean, it's like a big thing. So last year it was at the Little Dutch, which is just a small restaurant here in town, downtown Marshtown. And that's where the elf was. About an hour before it was found, Heather said, I think it's at Little Dutch, because it had something to do with soup. She was like, I think it's at Little Dutch. I was like, it is not at Little Dutch. So we drove by there. She wanted to pull in and look for it, and I told her no. I was like, there's so many people there. If the elf was there, it would already be found. So he was hidden in the bushes, and they found him. And it pays like a lot of money. Like you turn this elf in, they pay you like $1,000, $1,500, I don't even know, $2,500. It's a lot. I'll have to look. But anyway, this year we're gonna find this elf. And you guys are gonna help us. We're gonna take you guys along. It is a lot of fun. So it's really cool that they do stuff like that, just to kind of get everybody out, and during the holiday season, kind of get things off your mind and get you out and about. But it's really fun. So last year we had a blast looking for this elf. We overthought it, really, because we were just digging too deep into the clues. So I don't know. It'll be fun though. I'll bring y'all along with us. It has been a crazy day. So I'll just mop the floor. So we bought Lakely that recliner, and we stopped where Lexi works. She works at a little Christian bookstore. We stopped there downtown to show her this recliner. So we take it in. She takes a picture of it because she wants to send it to Hunter and show him. So this lady comes in. It was crowded. This lady came in and got whatever and then left. We got the recliner, told Lexi bye, and left. And we went to Reagan's apartment because Alden hadn't got to see it yet. So Alden and I went to Reagan's apartment. We were at Reagan's apartment, and this number shows up on my phone, and it's a weird number, and usually I don't even answer, but I answered, and it was Lexi, and she was like, Mom, my cell phone's gone. I think that lady that was in here like picked my phone up on accident. So I was like, okay, let me look at your location. So I looked at the location, and it was at the hospital. So we went to the hospital, and her location kept moving all over the hospital, and I was like, oh no, we're never gonna find her. So I drove around back. I was gonna park, and Alden was like, that's her. And she was walking on the sidewalk, and I was like, hey, did you just go to the bookstore, and Bible bookstore? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, I think you picked up my daughter's phone. And she reached in her pocket and pulled it out, and she was like, oh, I'm so sorry. I was like, it is no big deal. I promise it's fine. I said, we were just trying to find her phone. So I got her phone back. That lady felt terrible, and it was an accident. It was no big deal. But I got her phone, took that back to her. It's just been like, it's been a week for Lexi, I swear. She was like, Mom. I was like, hey, we found your phone. The Lord turned that situation around. We're okay. We're okay. Don't sweat the small stuff, right?
Ooh la 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 la. You do you and I'll do me. Oh, you do me.
We have an electric Blackstone grill, and it just plugs in, and you can grill your food inside, and I love it, but I hate the cleanup of it. I'm bad not to use this just because I don't want to clean it up.
Let the stars align. The way you've been staring at me wakes me up like this.
At this point, might not even think I'm gonna have to mop.
I said, oh yeah, you're Kennedy. He's like, Allison Payne, sister of Kennedy. He said that in front of everyone. All my friends laughed at me. He said, Allison Payne, the sister of Kennedy Payne. And Maria looked at me and just fell laughing. Like, and the last time you'll be called that. Is this my gift?
No.
She said that I would never go D1. I was joking. She said, everyone knows me because you have a D1 sister. And I said, well, I'm going to be D1 one day. She said, okay.
Even if it hurts with time, we were never meant to fight. Something at the finish line. Stay, stay, stay. Even if we're short on time.
The elf is worth $1,500.
Okay, so I was telling you guys about the elf. I'm gonna bring them along with us. They're gonna chase
I'm
this
going by
elf.
myself.
No, you're not.
And when
You
I
find
get
it, it's mine.
And when I get it, I'm getting.
Then you're gonna pay rent and your car payment and your insurance and your phone bill.
So it's gonna end up being yours.
So it's
No,
mine.
I'm getting a phone.
If we find this money,
If I find it on my own.
No.
You need a phone, huh? I need a phone.
no, we're going all together. That way we don't waste gas. If we find it, we'll split it 4 ways. What's 1,500 divided by 4?
Like almost 400.
Okay.
That's why I have to get a phone.
You don't need a. Kenny, you got a phone since I've got a phone.
No, I ain't.
Yes, you do.
I've had mine since my junior year.
Then I'll trade with you. Pull under the pistol real gently. Yeah.
That's so cute.
I know. Well, we was going to and we didn't know what time it started.
And then they hid 2 little elves.
Yeah, they watch.
And those are $250 each.
Oh, so there's 3 elves?
Yeah, and they hid ornaments that are worth like smaller prizes, like $50 headers, gift cards.
Okay, so they had ornaments, which is worth 50. Little elves, which is worth 250. And then the big one's 1,500.
What?
We're gonna go big. If I say ornament or an elf, I'm leaving it. I want the big
Did you
one.
see the recall? Those, because they have more sponsors and they said they would get more.
At least we'll never wonder why this love's so hard to find. Stay, stay, stay.
I was telling you guys about the elf, the rehab group in Morristown. They had an elf and it's like a scavenger hunt. They'll give you clues every day. I think they throw out a bonus clue too. But if you find that elf and turn it in, they'll pay you $1,500. And this year they had extra sponsors for it. So they have put 2 more smaller elves out there and ornaments. And if you find those, you can turn them in and get prizes. But I think that's super cool that they do that and give back to the community. That would be a huge help to people right here around Christmas, I'm sure, that needed that money. But we are going to go look for that and see if we can find it. It is so much fun. It's fun just to get out of the house too. It really is.
Finish line. Stay, stay, stay. Even if we're short on time, at least we'll never wonder why this love's so hard to find. Stay, stay, stay.
I had barkeeper's friend stovetop cleaner on my stove and it had sat there all day, so I just put some cleaner on that or water and loosened that up from where it just had kind of dried, and there was like 2 stove eyes, the ring around it, that had crud on it. So I put some more cleaner on that. I got a flat razor blade and I scraped that off and it looks brand new. I don't think our stove has ever looked so good. So that light switch was disgusting. We did clean that. I don't know what that was from, but that was gross. But I'm just cleaning my sink. I put some baking soda and vinegar down in it, but then I put one of the CLR garbage disposal packs in it and ran that through. So that smells so much better.
Let's get unpredictable tonight. You and me and vodka call a lie. And I'm putting myself in situations, standing on my own. They say that you love a confrontation, and that everybody knows you white lies, white scars, all nights, dive bars. shirt on, it's looking so easy. You killing my headphones with that song. The way that you're laughing, spilling the milkshake in your bed. I know what you're after. Yeah, I know what you're after. Let's get unpredictable tonight. You and me and vodka cola light. And I'm putting myself in situations, standing on my own.
Alden was taping up the black on this little workbench, and he took the back off of it. But I told him to holler at me when he was ready to start spray painting because I wanted to show you guys a little bit of that. So he is just spraying all of the red pink, and then Allison was outside practicing volleyball, so I included some of that too.
Mind is fixed on what it wants. I just let you beat me. Looks can be deceiving. Let you get the best of me. In bed with my worst enemy. This is a no-go. I just can't take hold. This is a danger zone. Back up and get me home. This is a no-go.
Alden and Allison went to Lowe's a few weeks back and built this for her. I think it's called a rebounder maybe, but she showed him what she wanted and he got the stuff and they built it. So that's been a big help to her practicing volleyball on her own. So guys, I could have literally cried when I opened these cabinets up. This overwhelms me, like completely overwhelms me. And Heather wasn't here right this second, so it was kind of like I was on my own with it. If she's here, she is very good at organizing and it's a help to me. It goes twice as fast, but here is the clue. They put the first clue out, so we are going to go look for that in a little bit. I'll take you guys with us when we do go, but we're kind of stumped on the first clue. Not real sure. I was thinking maybe a track because it said run, but I don't know. I'm not sure. But if we can think of maybe some places to look, we'll go look for that. But this cabinet is just a junk cabinet. It is a catch-all. We keep all of our extra stuff in there that we just don't reach for hardly at all, but you don't want to get rid of. And then we keep the animal stuff down there. So I just kind of organized it as best I could. We have an extra vent cover that I can put somewhere. So I need to go through the house and replace that. I would like to get them all replaced sooner or later. It's just little things like that that make such a difference on the upkeep of your home. The vent in the kitchen made a huge difference. But I will say, after I did get into decluttering these cabinets, it wasn't as bad as the dread. I think the dread is a lot worse than actually doing it. We just have so much junk. We really don't need a lot of what we've got in here, but it's things that you think one day I'll need it, so I need to keep it. So, you know, it is what it is. I guess everybody's got a space like this in their home. Probably a whole lot more organized than mine is, though, for sure.
And it's us you wanna know. If you wanna date under the mistletoe, if you wanna kiss under the mistletoe, 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 mistletoe.
It's been raining for days now, been running like a child. Can't feel the cold, well I'm lost here with you, lost in the woods, lost as I should.
I didn't realize how badly these cabinets needed to be wiped down. There was just syrup and there was just crumbs and things like that, even down where the pots and pans are. I don't really know how all of that makes such a mess. But I went through all this food because some of it was out of date. And then a few things that I knew Reagan liked that we weren't going to eat, I put to the side to send with her. We had an extra air fryer, so we used the new one that we had, and the old one that was on my counter, I washed that and cleaned it up good, and I put it to the side for her. So she's got some food, she's got Tracy's gift card, and she's got an air fryer to come get. So that'll be a help to her. Y'all know how it is when you first get your own place, you'll take anything. So I'm just grateful that I could help her out a little bit. And then we had all the spices. Everything was in date. We went through those not too long ago. So I just need to organize it a little bit and wipe all of that down. And then in this cabinet, we have medicine on one side. And on the other side, I have just like flour and Splenda, brown sugar, things like that. These little containers, and I needed to wipe those down. A lot of them were just empty or just had a few crumbs in them, but I had some extra containers that I can do something with. But the medicine looks so much better, and I guess we need a different place besides the kitchen cabinet for medicine. Do any of y'all keep medicine in your kitchen cabinets? I don't know why that's there really, but we need to find a spot to put medicine other than there probably. There was a couple of you that said you wish you had a vacuum cleaner like this, that it would be so handy. And it is. This is the Dyson, and it's pretty pricey, but I love it. It's been amazing, and I love all the attachments. It's by far my favorite out of all the vacuums I've got. I've did some sponsorships on some cordless vacuums before, and I sent one to college with Kennedy. I put one upstairs. I gave one to Lexi's mother-in-law because they were in need of one, and they have dogs, so it's nice with pet hair and stuff like that. But I haven't done a sponsorship in a while. I actually thought about doing some sponsorships, maybe robot vacuum or cordless vacuum, something like that. And after I do the video and show how it works and things like that, just put it in a box and maybe ship it to one of you guys. See if one of you guys want it. Just give it away, gift it. But of course, it will be used for about 3 minutes for the video. And, some of you may not want something that somebody's used for a few minutes, and if you've seen my carpet and my floors, you probably would not. I don't even think any of you guys would want it after you see what it's sucked up in my vacuum cleaner for sure. But if you would be interested in that, if you think that's a good idea, let me know. I wouldn't care to do that maybe. But Alden was putting this workbench back together, peeling the tape off, and he had Allison helping him, and he showed her how to use the screw gun, and I love that. This makes my heart so happy, and I know that sounds crazy, but I love that she's learning how to do this. I know there's grown women that don't know how to use a screw gun or roll paint or change an air filter, things like that. She's learning so much, and I'm loving it because I want to raise her to be completely independent. Of course, one day she'll meet someone and she'll fall in love and get married, and she'll have her spouse to depend on to do things like that. But I love that she's learning to do this on her own. If you've made it this far, for one, I'm sorry. But number two, at the end of all my videos, I try to read my devotional to you guys. I always put this at the end so you can mute me or you can click off if you want to. That's fine too. Just because I don't want to push nothing down your throat. I would never do that. Your religion and your opinions on things is yours, and you have a right to that. But the Lord has been way too good to me for me not to acknowledge him. So I do that. I just feel like that's such a help to me just to say it and maybe help someone else. And I hope that it does. But there's been so many of you that say that you love it. So I'm going to continue to do it. But today's is dust. He knows our frame. He remembers that we are dust. Psalms 103:34. Praise God that he, the one who has requirements of us, is also our maker. That means he knows precisely what we are capable of and what we aren't. He'll never ask us to do something we can't do. As our designer, he has intimate knowledge of our inner workings. We need not fear that our outer frame is wasting away. We need not to be ashamed that we aren't as physically strong as we once were. That is nothing to be ashamed of. It's by design. Are you feeling frail today? Have no fear. You are not asked to have superpowers. With God as your supplier of your strength, you will be able to accomplish all that He's asking you to do. Is there a way that you can embrace your weakness instead of resisting it? I know a lot of you guys are older and you've said to me so many times that you're not able to do this or that, or you used to do what I do and you used to be so much like me and now you can't. You're just not physically able, whether it's just that you've gotten older or that you've got a disability. And God understands that and He knows what you're capable of and what you aren't. And all He expects of us is that we do our best. Even if it's to sweep your floor one day and mop it the next, or if it takes you all week to do it, or even if you have to ask for help, ask someone to help you. Ask your grandkids or a friend or someone if they'll help you do it. Sometimes it's more fun to clean with somebody because you can talk and have fun and it gets it off your mind. It doesn't really feel like you're cleaning, but just know that you're not expected to do things out of your control or out of your power. Just do your best. That's all God asks of you, is just to do what you can do. But I did insert a picture of my brother's wall. Some of you guys have been asking about that. So he did get it painted. He got his TV hung, and he did mention that he wanted a bigger TV. But then he also sent me a picture of the fireplace insert that he got. And he is going to put some stone around that, I believe. So I'll keep you guys posted. And if our schedules match up soon, I'll video some of that for you. But I love you so much. Remember that Jesus loves you unconditionally no matter what, and He knows what we're capable of. Get up, get yourself motivated, do the best you can do. That's all He asks of us. But I also want to remind you to go check Mandy's channel out. Go watch her video. I'll link all that down below. You guys will love her. She is hilarious. But thank you guys so much, and I will see you in the next one.
I wanna have the heart of Jesus. Keep my windows open. I hear the cries of the broken. I know they were made for more than this. I see all the fire and smoke and their hearts are losing hope. Yeah, I know.